Leo-Virgo Cuspers, the next 18 months will change your life. If you've been feeling like your life is quietly falling apart or quietly coming together, this isn't your imagination. The North Node has moved into Aquarius while the South Node has entered Leo, and with the powerful solar eclipse in Leo followed by the lunar eclipse in Pisces, I'm hearing a spirit is beginning an entirely new chapter. Your spirit is beginning an entirely new chapter. The next 18 months aren't about making small changes. They're about becoming the person you were always meant to be. So today we're going to dive in, my Leo-Virgo Cuspers, and dive in, like, what is your future self saying about this brand new cycle that is going to begin? Let's dive into that first oracle that came out from the mystical shaman oracle, the sorcerer. The very first thing what Spirit is showing me here is that this isn't really about other people. It's more about becoming aware of the stories that you've been telling yourself. The sorcerer also speaks about fear, control, old programming, and believing you're limited when you really aren't. Some people may have spent years believing, maybe some of you have spent years believing, or others believed of you, that you're too late, you're not good enough, and nothing ever works out for you. Maybe you always feel like you attract the wrong people. I'm hearing these beliefs slowly become invisible prisons. Yeah, these beliefs, they do become those invisible prisons, right? And what Spirit is saying is this eclipse cycle is exposing every place where fear has quietly been making decisions for you. Some of you, this could play out in relationships where maybe you've stayed because it felt familiar instead of healthy. For others of you, this could also be about remaining in a career where you've outgrown the environment, but keep convincing yourself that nothing exists, nothing better exists. Numbers coming through here, we're just looking at the 48. 48 could be a significant number. It breaks down to 12 and 3. Any of those numbers could represent or mean something to you. What Spirit's also showing is that this card isn't showing this card to judge you. It's showing you that awareness is the beginning of freedom. So let's dive deeper into your next oracle that we got here from the Gaia Oracle, Enchanted Forest. It says, mystery, magic, and excitement. I like this card that now has followed the sorcerer, because once fear begins to fall away, life suddenly becomes full of possibility again. This card feels like rediscovering wonder. It's almost like Spirit saying, you've forgotten how magical your own life can become. Many of you, I feel like, are stepping into a completely unfamiliar territory over the next 18 months. I'm hearing new friends, new community, new opportunities, new passion, maybe even a completely different version of yourself. At first, maybe it might feel uncertain, but that uncertainty isn't something to fear, right? It's the beginning of your next adventure. 27 or the number 9 could be significant for some of you. The biggest area of change that's coming through here, 2 of Swords clarified by the 6 of Wands. Twos and sixes, or 8 could be significant. Now note that when I'm recording this, we are in the 8-8 portal timeline. I immediately feel that your biggest transformation is going to happen through some sort of either some decisions or a decision that you've been avoiding. For maybe quite a while, it felt like maybe you're standing between 2 different paths, like crossroads. Maybe it's the energy of staying or leaving. Maybe it's about changing careers. maybe it's finally choosing yourself instead of constantly trying to keep everyone else happy. Two of Swords is the energy of, deep down, right? It's intuition. Deep down, that decision also needs to be made. And the Six of Wands is saying that you will finally choose, that your confidence will return, recognition will follow, success will follow. People will begin seeing a version of you that you've been hiding for a very long time. For some, this may even finally be you starting a business that you've been thinking about or talking about for years. Or maybe it's going to be saying yes to something, or like maybe moving somewhere where you've always dreamt about moving. And Spirit's saying that your breakthrough isn't waiting on luck, it's actually just waiting on your decision. I'm hearing like 7 and 8 also could be, 2 and 6 makes 8, right? But I'm also hearing the number 7 for some of you. Maybe 78. So let's dive in deeper, okay? Like what is ending? We have the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like with the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, I feel like it's much bigger than romance. Something about choices. Okay, maybe it could be old partnerships, old commitments, old identities. The Ace of Pentacles, it's showing an entirely new foundation that's waiting to be built. For some, maybe some relationships may naturally just come to an end because maybe you've outgrown each other. Or for others, this could be about leaving a career that no longer feeds your soul. For some of you, you've been holding on to something simply because it felt familiar, and Spirit's like saying that familiarity isn't always alignment. Eclipses are clearing spaces. These eclipses are clearing spaces for something much more healthier to grow, I'm hearing. The number 7 feels very important in this reading. Have you been seeing 7s? What does 7 mean to you? Okay, let's go further in here. What is destiny bringing in? The Hermit, number 9, the 4 of Swords. Okay, this might surprise some of you that before this big expansion happens, some sort of healing is taking place. Like I'm hearing the slowdown before the speed up. Maybe some of you have been running on empty, right? Like helping everyone else, fixing everything, just never allowing yourself some time just to simply rest, all right? So I'm hearing over the next 18 months, you're learning something priceless. Especially I'm hearing like the next 3 months, 4 months. It's going to be very significant for some of you. And you know what? Peace is not laziness. Rest is not weakness. Healing isn't falling behind. Like some of you may discover a completely new spiritual path, maybe become mentors yourselves, or teachers, or healers, or coaches, or simply learning to trust your own inner wisdom instead of constantly seeking the approval. Yeah, 9, 4, and 13 seems to be also significant here for someone. Could be confirmation. The numbers that I bring up could just be confirmation for some of you. All right, let's have a look at the biggest challenge. We have the 2 of Wands, clarified by the 10 of Swords, 12. 12 could be significant for some of you. Again, the number 3, 12 breaks down to 3. I'm hearing here, with the 2 of Swords and the 10, the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords could be, again, significant, right, about making some sort of decision, all right? And there could have been a big challenge here, but I'm hearing the hardest part is not going to be about starting something, all right? It's about letting go, right? Look how his head is turned away from the Ten of Swords, right? Letting go of endings that feel emotional, painful. Maybe some friendships and some routines may disappear. Some people just don't understand your growth, I'm hearing. Maybe someone disappoints you, all right? Whatever this is, Spirit is saying, don't mistake the ending for failure. Sometimes something has to completely close before something far greater can begin, all right? 10 is that ending that to that new beginning, all right? I'm hearing, imagine like staying in a job that drains you every single day because you're afraid of the uncertainty. And the leaving of that job may feel terrifying, but 6 months later, you find yourself somewhere completely healthier, happier, and finally actually appreciated. Take this where it fits in whatever situation you're going through, right? A community, a relationship, a job, friendships. That is what the energy feels like. The change isn't the ending. It's about trusting what's waiting after it. Maybe your 12th house could be significant for some of you, or your 3rd house. I'm hearing even something about communication. Your foundation. What is the biggest blessing? The Fool, right? The new beginning. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Beautiful, right? I'm hearing what Spirit's saying is your courage actually becomes your blessing. The Fool's like saying like doors, open doors that you've never walked through before. And the Page of Pentacles is talking about that opportunities that have that long-term potential. Whether it is a new career, a new qualification, a new business, a new financial opportunity, maybe a relationship built on honesty instead of the uncertainty and lies and deception, right? Something that begins small could become one of your biggest blessings of your life. I'm hearing, don't overlook the humble beginnings. Sometimes the smallest opportunities changes everything. So who are you going to become? Death. The Chariot. And now look at that Death. He's facing that side. The Chariot is facing that side. Look at the lion's faces or cat faces are in the Chariot here. You become transformation, I'm hearing. You won't be the same person 18 months from now. Not because life changes you, because you choose to change. Because death is not really the prediction of loss or really a death, right? It's more about showing the rebirth. And the Chariot is like saying, letting go of the old, all right? You're going to finish off that old cycles stronger, wiser, and more confident, and finally moving in the direction that feels completely aligned. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Pentacles. This is coming through to remind you the underlying energy that this is not going to all happen overnight. Right? It's that steady growth. Every day, that one decision, that little bit of healing, all right? Every day, making the choices of that one decision, the one healing, the one courageous step at a time. Through your transformation. That by the end of the cycle, you're going to look back, all right? You're looking back and you're going to be realizing you are today the person that you could never have imagined the life that you are now creating. Yeah, you'll be taking this wisdom into the future. Leo-Virgo Cuspers, if there's one thing like Spirit wants you to remember, is that the eclipses aren't here to take your life apart. They're here to remove anything that no longer fits the person that you're becoming. Trust in those uncomfortable moments. Trust those pauses. Trust the uncomfortable opportunities. And most importantly, trust yourself. Because your soul already knows where it's leading you. Perhaps you can affirm that you release what no longer serves you, you trust in the divine timing, embrace the new beginnings, and confidently step into the life Spirit is creating for you. If you feel called to share with us, like, what part of your life do you feel is changing most over the next 18 months? Maybe your story might just encourage someone else in the Wolf Soul tribe who may just need to hear that they're not walking this path alone. Thank you for liking the video, leaving those comments, being subscribers, turning on your notification bells, supporting the channel. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your beautiful energy with this community. Until next time, keep trusting your intuition, keep following your light, and I'll definitely be checking you in the next one. I'm sending you so much love and many blessings.